Disclaimer, there will be sensitive topics talked about throughout this video. All right, to go ahead and set the stage, there is Henry, William, Lola, Trey, and Haley as the characters throughout this story. So we're going to go ahead and start with meeting night. Now, Henry and William know that I just got out of a long distance, like a little short long distance relationship. And so they were trying to, put me up with somebody. And so they're like, hey, we got this girl that we just met off of Snapchat and we want to go ahead and meet up with her and put you on to her. I was like, okay, that's fine. So we're meeting at where Lola is at to try to pick her up. Now, I had to go ahead and take Henry home as it was getting really late within the night. Lola wanted to meet up with Haley. Now, I'm like, okay, that's no problem. So we go ahead and drive over to where Haley is at, and we're just chilling with Haley. William's like, hey, like we should do psychedelics. So we end up taking the psychedelics and we're just all chilling. William and Haley end up leaving and going into another room, into the bathroom. We're like, okay. And so it's just me and Lola just chilling because William wanted me to get to know Lola more. I was just across from the room from her and she's like, what are you doing, like being across the room? Like, don't you want to talk to me? Like, don't you want to get to know me? I'm scared. I'm absolutely scared. I do not want to, I don't even know. I'm just scared. So eventually we're getting to know each other, talking, and now we're in the bed. We're like just watching TV or whatever. Just calm down, just cool and just watching TV. Eventually I just whip it out. Now, absolutely ridiculous move. Do not do that in any sort of way at all. Like, it's not a shot you should ever take. She gets weirded out, of course, and she goes to where Haley and William were at, knocks on the door. So I'm like, oh man, oh my gosh, like why the hell did I just do that? We're sitting in the living room now. I'm like apologizing to Lola, and Lola's like, oh no, it is literally like, it's whatever. Like I don't care, like you're good. And so I'm like just like trying to get to know her now, like more. Eventually I had to go ahead and leave because it was getting so late in the night and I had to sneak out necessarily to be out. So I go back and then sneak out again. I'm like picking them up and the air is just kind of weird between like the three of them. I'm like, okay, all right. And I go and drop Lola off. Like we meet back up with her the next day. Like as we're dropping her off, William's like, hey, like, Lola feels really bad. So she wants me to send you like pictures of her. And I'm like, okay, like that's kind of weird. And I was like, all right, fine, I guess. And so he like sends me some like pictures of her and she's like half naked. And I'm like, oh, okay. As I find it just like this, it wasn't really like adding up to me necessarily. And it kind of just set the scene for what was going to happen. William is a pathological liar. He lies about everything. Right? He would lie about absolutely anything possible that he could potentially lie about, whether it be saying that he has a tattoo on his back when we could literally fact check that, or saying that he was at places that he wasn't at. It was ridiculous. It was almost as if he had like the Midas touch for lying. Like it was like just bold-faced lie he would always try to do. At the time, he was dating somebody, and he's also dating Haley. Mind you, I've met the other girl, and she was very sweet. So it's like, it's crazy because he's not only infecting her, but he's also infecting Haley as well. But I didn't think that like him and Haley really were like that. Now fast forwarding to party night. So with party night, it was me, Henry, and William, and we're going over to Lola's house, and Haley is already there. During the night, because we were just all talking, this is like a bunch of people from like all different types of like friend groups here, and like they're all just talking and they're like, hey, like did you guys know that Haley's 14? And I'm like, what? And they're like, yeah, Haley is 14. Me and Henry are like really weirded out because we didn't think that she was that age at all. Like we genuinely did not know. We're like, oh, okay, all right. We found out too that Haley and William have been in a relationship as well. And we're like, me and Henry, we're like, okay, well, that's weird because he's also dating someone else. On top of the fact that she's 14. But during the night as well, like right after this, I learned information as well that Lola is 16 turning 17, which I had absolutely no idea about that either. I'm literally just finding out, like, because no one told me about this. And I'm 19 and William is 18 and Henry is 17, just to put it all into perspective of what type of situation is going on now. And we all kind of banded together and we're like, we're not really sure if we should tell Haley because Haley's in love, as bad as it truly is. And mind you, I don't know at all what to do with this information at the time. You know, I didn't know like about, you know, telling like the cops or anything like that. I truly had no idea. On top of wondering if I should stop talking to Lola. So party night ends. Me and him are weirded out by all this. Since we know that William is 18 sleeping with a 14-year-old, we then proceed to stop hanging out with William more and more as time went on, just due to the behavior and the information that we now have about William. He began to kind of get spiteful with Henry, at least, due to the fact that we weren't hanging out with him as much. And I'm still talking to Lola at this point, which, you know, I'm infatuated with her, but it's bringing me down like this terrible rabbit hole. Lola is texting me, telling me that she wants me, Henry, and William to come over because Lola and Haley were having a sleepover that night and Haley really wanted to see William. So we're like, okay, sure. William had no car, so technically I had to be the passage for him to get to Haley, unfortunately. We're hanging out and it's just me and Lola on top of her bed talking. Lola proceeds to start self-harming. I'm telling her like, hey, like, why are you doing this? Like, hey, you need to stop. And she's like, no, you want me to do this. And I'm like, no, I don't want you to do this. Like, you're really scaring me. Like, can you please stop? And eventually she does end up stopping. She then proceeds to ask us to leave because she thinks that her mom knows that all of us are in there when it's supposed to be only Lola and Haley doing the sleepover, of course. You know, we're all trying to sneak out of Lola's room and it's a little bit high up. I'm not used to climbing out of windows. So I'm like nervous. I'm like, dang, I don't want to do this. Like, they're all like, oh no, you need to do it. Like, you need to get out. And so like, I'm over here like I'm the last one out. I'm trying to hop out the window. I literally hop out, land straight on the sprinkler system. Busted the sprinkler system. Right as soon as that happened, like, we're like, oh man, we need to run. We need to literally leave because the car's like down the road. So we're literally just sprinting over towards the car, trying not to get caught. After that, it was mainly just me, Henry, Lola, and Haley hanging out with, you know, incidents happening where Lola's flirting with me. So gradually, you know, I'm just continuously like falling like deeper and deeper and deeper down this rabbit hole, as like I said before. One of the days that we were planning on hanging out, I started drinking early in the day. As I'm like drunk off this cheap vodka, I'm over here trying to pick everyone up and we wanted to hang out with Lola, and I go over to Lola's house and I just straight up walk in after her mom answers the door, and her mom's like, hey, you can't be here. And so I walk out, you know, I'm very sorry, I'm telling her this, and I go back to the car, to the passenger seat, and just throw up immediately. And Lola comes out and she's like, hey, like, I'm glad to see you guys, but you guys have to take him home. They ended up driving Henry home, and then the rest of them had to drive me home, and then my parents had to take them home. And my parents were absolutely pissed for multiple reasons, of course. Fast forward a little bit more, Lola ends up going out of town, and while I'm texting her, I'm trying to see exactly how she feels between the two of us, and she just tells me straight up, like, hey, like, I had feelings for you at one point, but now I don't. So once she comes back in town, like, I'm trying to get the grand idea to maybe like win her back over. I'm gathering up like this gift basket that's filled with like all of the stuff that she likes. So she's like into Juice World, so I'm getting like my Juice World hoodies, and then bought her like a packet of like Swisher Sweets since she smokes a lot, and I'm heading over towards her place with Henry and Trey. I give her the the stuff, you know, she's thankful. And Trey is like, my boy did all of this and he's not gonna get anything in return, like maybe like a kiss or something like that. So Lola agrees, and Lola and me end up kissing. And like we're walking away, like Henry and Trey are over here like hyping me up, like, oh man, like you did it. Mind you, she has COVID. At least she says she thinks she has it, so we're not entirely sure. Because I don't think she got tested or anything like that. Now it's New Year's Eve. I'm hanging out with Henry, and William is texting us like, hey, like I want to hang out. Like I want to, you know, hang out with you guys for New Year's Eve. And we're like, nah, man, we's not finna hang out with you. I had to leave the party early because it was raining. So once I get home, I get a text message from William. He's like, I hope you have a good new year. It was a sex tape, multiple, of him and Lola. And I'm like, wow, okay. And he blocks me right afterwards, so I can't even text him back. I'm on psychedelics, so I literally like am barely processing this entire thing. I'm telling my friends about it, and they're like, bro, we finna go find him. They try to go to his house. Bro ends up calling the cops, and they had to go ahead and leave. He shows up to the Airbnb like a couple of days later after the fact. He's telling us like oh, I'm gonna pull up, like if you guys want to fight me, like I'm gonna pull up. So he pulls up. They're asking me like, hey, like do you want to partake in any of this? And I'm like, nah, man, I'm good. Henry's like, he's ready for it. Like he's like, nah, man, I'm gonna avenge you. So he literally walks out where William's at and just starts like just beating the crap out of him, and eventually like takes his belt off and just starts spanking him with the belt. Just crazy. They're like, hey, like you don't want to watch this? And I'm like, nah, I'm good, man. Like I don't want to be in any parts of it. They're asking me like hey, like William wants to talk to you. I'm like, nah, I have nothing to say to him. I have absolutely nothing to say to him. Like I'm honestly just done at this point, you know. Now the next time that we end up hanging out, it's me, Trey, Haley, Trey's girlfriend, and Lola. And I'm like sitting across the couch from Lola, and Lola sends me a text message saying like, hey, you want to see something? I'm like, okay, yeah, sure. She just like sends me like her in lingerie, and I'm like, oh, okay. And she's like smiling at me like across the couch, because I'm like, it doesn't make any sense, like what's going on right now. And later on, her and Haley end up leaving, and I don't know why, I just had like the grand ideas, another grand idea. I'm like, oh man, I should go over to Lola's house and like try to like talk to her more. I try to text her or whatever, and I'm with Trey's girlfriend. She's driving me over there and like hyping me up to go, and I'm like knocking on her window, like trying to, you know, talk to her, and she's like, hey, like I need you to leave. I was like, okay. And so I left. I hang out with her one more time. You know, I'm with the rest of my friends, and we're at Five Guys, and she's not able to order and making me order for her because she says that she has too much anxiety to order. And so at that point I was like, okay, I'm kind of like, I just feel like I'm getting used at this point. I end up cutting things off. Now at the salon where I would get my hair done at, her mom worked there, and I am getting my hair done, and I overhear her mom like talking to someone saying like, oh my gosh, like it's so annoying because Lola, like I can just tell that she just constantly has like boys sneaking into her window over and over again. And really I was like, oh, okay, so yeah, I see what's really going on here. To wrap it up, I see her 2 occasions after that, and I'm just door dashing, and like the first one she's being like very friendly, like, oh, like, hey, like how are you doing, like what's going on, friend? And like meanwhile I'm dating 8 at the time, so I'm not even like really just even giving it any type of attention at all. And on the second occasion, I was door dashing to deliver at a dealership, and she was there at the counter. She didn't even realize or recognize me until like I even really like mentioned anything. But like I peeped, like she had a ring on her finger, and really honestly that's the end of the story. In conclusion, I wanted to post this because I wanted to like shed light on, you know, situations that happen like this. And I'm absolutely no saint in this situation because I did bad just as much as anyone else that was involved into this story. This story was very crucial for me to, you know, not only learn things about myself, but to also learn how to avoid certain people that shouldn't be in my life. I would hate for anybody else to experience anything like this, but this was the slow destruction of my trust, as the video states. Now, I have a 4th of July story that's going to be coming out tomorrow. That'll be a whole other different type of story that will be involving Henry, Trey, and Trey's girlfriend. I hope everyone's safe and has a good one. Okaleidocomb out.